it's no secret that there are gender inequities within STEM. So I was wondering if you could tell me about a time when you felt disadvantaged because of your gender, and what advice you would give young women who are discouraged from entering careers in STEM because of this inequity.
Yeah, happened all through the stages. I remember when I was in high school, and I was like, I had figured out that I wanted to do STEM in middle school. And in high school, I wanted to do Science Olympiad, which is like what all the young scientists do. And I went to the guy who was in charge of it. I'm not going to name names, but at some point I'm going to throw him on the bus. But he was like, oh, well, this is for like real scientists. Like, basically, like, this is not like little girl playtime, but so I joined the robotics team. And like, in hindsight, I would tell myself, girl, if you don't walk up and do that Science Olympiad, but at that point I was like, I'm gonna let him tell me what to do, but no, like, just go. Like, what they're gonna do, like, just go. But it is like, if you're not used to that, you have to learn how to navigate that. I would say how that shows up now and later is that guys don't want to listen to you. They'll like immediately assume you're wrong. But so that means whenever you bring an idea to like a meeting or anything, you back it up. So I always come with like 18 sources of proof. If I say something, is here in the textbook, page 8, blah, blah, blah. If I find something online, here's this paper, here's 18 other papers that agree with that. Like, argue with the facts, not with me. You're not arguing with me. Like, argue with yourself. So that's kind of like my main thing with kind of how to fight, how it shows up, at least in my experience, is like they won't believe in your ideas or listen to you. So you have to just show them irrefutable, large volumes of proof. You just gotta know your stuff and show that you know your stuff.
I mean, you shouldn't have to have all that information to back up your point of view. They should just believe it anyway, because, you're a credible source. But having that extra information and additional information to do exactly that, to make sure they realize that you are a credible source, I think is very, very important. My next question is, what do you think the largest breakthrough will be within STEM in the next 10 years, and how will it influence the next generation of young women?
I think this is the canned answer. If you talk to any scientist, you'll probably all say machine learning. Machine learning is really where it's at. But I really say, at least for me in my field, the integration of machine learning and the biosciences, specifically, like, even with the COVID stuff, like, machine learning has been extremely helpful, will continue to be helpful. The algorithm can run through a whole bunch of combinations way quicker than humans could set up like a billion experiments to try to figure out which combination of what in a vaccine will be effective, right? So machine learning algorithms can run through those combinations a lot more quickly and output a result. So a lot in drug development, machine learning will be really helpful. And of course, like, just across the board, machine learning is going to revolutionize the way we do science. And it already is revolutionizing the way we do science, and will just continue. Hopefully in the next 10, I think we're making good strides to increase the number of women in STEM. So hopefully in 10 years, it'll just be like, okay, advances for people. Want to distinguish. But yeah, I think if we keep going where we're going with things like what you're doing, your work, a lot of other people, like, I think we're going to get to our women in STEM goal within the next 10 years.
I hope so. That would be great. And I think I agree. I mean, we're definitely moving in the right direction.
I definitely think we're moving towards less of we need numbers and more we need to support who is here, because even when we get the numbers, which I think we will get, those biases might take a little bit longer to iron out. So yeah, we're moving in the right direction. We still have a lot of work. So, especially when you talk about like positions of authority, like, we have ways to go there for sure. But as far as like number in the field, we're getting there, but there's still ways to go.